Hello teachers, this video will demonstrate how a teacher will set their account settings and preferences at the beginning of the school year for their gradebook. Once you've logged onto your campus account, if you've never logged on to campus before, it will probably be displayed to you on what's called the campus tools side. And where teachers do most of the work is what's called the campus instruction side, and in order to navigate to that, you'll need to click on this 9-dot icon and then click on this link that's labeled Campus Instruction. So now you'll see up here in the left that it says Campus Instruction, so I know I'm on the right side. And the first thing I'm going to set up is my account settings. So down here at the very bottom, on the very last link on the left, is a link labeled Account Settings. So I'll click on that. And you'll see that there's a choice right away that says select the application you would prefer to load on Campus Login. Well, as a teacher, the most common used place is going to be your Campus Instruction, so I recommend switching to Campus Instruction. You don't have to, but it just makes it easier so it opens up on the side you use the most often. The next thing, you have 4 checkboxes that you can either turn on or off. The ones that I usually recommend to teachers is to show active students only. Then what that means is the students that get dropped from your roster won't be displayed in your gradebook. I always like to see student numbers and student pictures. And this last one down here is use seating chart for attendance. If you want to use your seating chart for attendance, you can go ahead and turn that on so that that functionality is available to you. Then all you have to do is click on the Save button, and your preferences have been saved. And this is globally for all of your classes within your gradebook. The next thing we need to do is go to your preferences. And in order to do that, you click on the gradebook link up at the top. And now the preferences has to be set individually, class by class. So you will do this in every section or class that you will be recording assignments in. So right away you'll notice that I have this settings button here over next to my save button, that there's a chevron symbol or an arrow that I can click on to expand. When I expand that, within there is the preferences area that we need to be working with. It defaults to have the sparkline graph turned on, which is this visual representation of students' grades. If you like that and want that turned on, you can certainly leave that turned on. If you don't want it turned on, you can remove that check mark and it takes away the graph. If you are someone that might like to use what's called the pass-fail coloring for grades and scores, you'll see when I turn those check marks on to enable it, it turned my passing grades to a green color and my failing grades to that kind of reddish pinkish color. If you want to have the gradebook notify you whenever you do a save, you can turn that save alert on. This one here, called Used Canned Comments, I strongly recommend that you turn that on. And the reason being is we have what's called district-approved canned comments that teachers can use to put on students' report cards. If you have not turned this preference on, then you won't be able to add the comments at the end of the 9 weeks when it's grade posting time. So be sure and turn that one on. Once you've set up your preferences the way you want it, then you can collapse this settings area, and then I will need to navigate to my next class and go through that same process again. Expand my settings, turn on and off what I want to use, and then collapse and go to the next class. So this is how a teacher will set up their account settings and preferences at the beginning of the school year for their Infinite Campus gradebook.